Is growing your own roses worth it as a hobby grower? Last year I put up some benches, some heating cables, and a grow light, and I tried to answer that question. Sadly, no, growing your own roses isn't worth it. Let me explain why. First up, you're using electricity to heat the roses up to about 21 to 24 Celsius. After that, you have to use electricity again on the grow light, where they need to get about 20,000 lumen. And after that, you also have to think about air moisture. They need about 80% air moisture. So you actually have a very complex process that's very expensive. And only way to make it profitable really is if you can do it at a massive scale, like plant nurseries do. Otherwise, you end up with quite an expensive cost per rose. But there are some exceptions, like if you have very rare roses you can't get out in the nurseries, then you are really forced to do it yourself. For example, I did some rose cutlings on Lady Emma Hamilton, and I couldn't get that rose anywhere. So if I want more of it, I have to do it myself. And then the economic cost kind of goes out the window. So there's some reasons for doing it yourself. Another easy way is to just stick some cutlings in the soil and let them sit over winter, and some of them will actually root quite easily if it's a healthy variety. And this is also way lower cost. So in my opinion, that's the only real way to do it as a hobby grower, because the other way can get quite expensive. And if you're doing it the other way with grow light, the heating, and also controlling the moisture, you often end up spending a lot of money per plant. If you live in a country like mine where electricity, water, and a lot of things are expensive. Another thing to consider is you actually, many times when you're propagating roses, you need to use fungicide also, because roses are quite prone to infection by fungicides, because when you cut them off, they can easily get infected. So growing your own roses is not as easy as many people make it seem. It is a long process, and you first get a decently nice plant after a year. There's a reason nurseries take so long to do it, and you often have less ideal circumstances than the nurseries. So don't let people fool you with sticking rose cutlings in potatoes and a lot of other stuff. It is really not that easy. It is one of the most complex plants to propagate yourself.